There's nothing to be nervous about.
Who's nervous?
Oh, not you. Naturally, no intelligent man is going to be trapped by a silly little machine called a lie detector.
I got nothing to be trapped about.
It registers heartbeat, change of pace and breathing, perspiration.
Funny having a woman running this thing.
I don't see anything funny about it. I happen to be a graduate psychologist as well as a deputy district attorney.
That's what I like about you guys in the DA's office. You hate yourselves. But to get back to running this thing, what happens if you get a lug in here who isn't a gentleman like me? And he just pokes you in the nose and beats it, huh? What then?
I've had a lot of experience with lugs, Mr. Ashton. Now, suppose you let me ask the questions.
Shoot.
Your name is Lester Ashton, isn't it?
Yes.
And your pals call you Les, don't they?
That's right.
Let's see, you're about 32 years old.
Why, yes. 34. All right, then. 35 and a half.
The questions I'm about to ask will all have reference to one particular event. The night of March 15th. That was about 8 months ago.
Maybe I don't remember that far back.
Were you in the apartment of a young woman living on South Kenmore at any time during the course of the evening?
I might have been.
You don't remember?
Yes, I was there.
The girl's name was Christine Allen, a law school graduate.
That's right.
And what was your position at the time?
The same as now. District attorney, and you know it.
And didn't you, as district attorney, promise this Christine Allen if she'd come into your office as a deputy, you'd give her a chance as a prosecuting attorney within 6 months?
Well, sort of. I mean... Yes.
Do you realize I've been here 8 months?
Yes, but Chris, we've been all through that. It doesn't...
Isn't it true that you never intended to keep that promise?
No. Get this darn thing off me and let me explain.
Not until I find out what I want to know.
But, honey...
Isn't it true that you gave me a job here in the belief that I'd get tired of the law business within those first 6 months and marry you?
No. That's not true. Not exactly, anyhow. Why does this have to happen to me? I meet a beautiful girl, I fall in love with her, and all I want her to do is lead a normal life. Stay home and grow rose bushes and kids. And she wants to be a lawyer.
I am a lawyer.
All right, but why? What do you want a career for?
Because that's what I studied for. And no man's going to talk me out of it or stop me until I've at least had a crack at it. No matter how much I love him.
Then you do love me.
Oh, no, sit back now. You'll wreck the works.
Want to ask me some more questions?
No. I'm going to give you the answers. And here's number 1.
What's this?
My resignation, as of now.
Oh, Chris, that's ridiculous. You can't do that to me. Chris, wait. Where are you going?
Out and take the job I should have taken when I came here to work for you.
With Bill Crane?
With Bill Crane.
Anything wrong, Chief?
No. Everything's just fine.
Looking for Mr. Crane?
Oh, yes. Do you know where he is?
No. You a friend of his?
Yes, why?
And I don't mind telling you, he ain't in much these days. And even when he's in, he's out, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean. But if you're implying...
Look, I'm a friend of his, too. I know he's no booze hound, but he's sure been soaking it up lately.
Well, I'll try and catch him at his apartment.
Yes.
Morning, Anna.
Morning, Miss Allen.
Mr. Crane in?
No, ma'am, Miss Allen, he isn't.
Where's Mrs. Crane?
He might at least seal the bargain.
Look, baby, just the $500, that's all. I don't want any interest.
Always stay hard to get, will you, Johnny? I have a feeling you'll be dull if you ever give in. $500.
You got $500 on the nose. Choice dealer on the 5th at Belmont.
Oh, hello, Chris, darling.
Marcia?
This good-looking gangster is Johnny Lacka. Miss Allen.
Hiya. I love you, honey.
Surprised. You playing the horses?
That's the only way I can get Johnny to come and see me. He's cute, isn't he?
Marcia, where's Bill?
Did you try his office?
Yes, he isn't there.
That's the only place I can suggest. You see, my ever-loving husband moved out a week ago. And since then, he's been hiding in a brandy bottle.
But why? That doesn't sound like Bill. He's never been a heavy drinker. And he's always been one of the hardest working lawyers in town.
And one of the most jealous husbands. Why he ever married me and my career, I'll never know.
It couldn't be because he loved you and thought you loved him.
Of course I love him. Just not exclusively, that's all. Come on in the studio.
Oh, Marcia, how can you be such a nice person about some things and...
Aren't I, though?
All right, kids. Let's try it. Are you going to kiss him or bite him?
Hold it, Paul. That's not it. That's terrible.
Hello, Jonesy.
Oh, nice to see you, Chris.
Ellen.
Have a chair. I trust you and Mr. Laika had an interesting conversation.
500 smackers on the nose of an animal called Choice Dealer.
How do you like that? I pay her to make my advertising pictures. Then I have to come down here and take them myself while she plays the horses.
It's the bookie I'm playing, darling, not the horses. Jealous?
Desperately. Now, may we take some pictures?
Come on, kids, take your positions. No, let's have a little warmth in this. This is supposed to sell suntan lotion, not insecticide. And Peggy, please remember, you're in the arms of the ideal man. You're falling in love with him. And all because he's covered his beautiful body with this perfectly delicious suntan lotion. Come on, try it again.
They look more like people falling out of love than in love. My client will probably fall out of love with me when he sees this. What's the matter? Don't you love me, kitten?
Maybe you'd like Mrs. Crane to show you how I should do it again. Or does she have to be in the dark room?
I'd be very happy to, Peggy. Now, if you'll just get that feeling into it, it'll be perfect. Bill! Bill, you're drunk. Paul, will you please get him out of here?
I'll take care of him, Paul. I wanted to talk to him anyway.
Oh, will you, dear? That's a good girl.
Hello, Chris. I haven't seen you in a long time.
No, that's right, Bill. So you're going to take me to lunch, aren't you?
Okay,
Come on.
okay. I wanted to talk to Marcia, but she's busy. Sorry, Marcia.
You're forgiven if you'll just run along with Chris like a good boy. Call me soon, honey, and do try to get him to stop drinking. It only makes him unhappy.
Come on, Bill.
That's all for today, kids. Jonesy, straighten up the place. Mr. Marvin and I are going to lunch.
Yes?
Mr. Ashton, this is the law firm of Crane and Allen. Allen speaking.
Crane and Allen, yes? What can I... Crane and Allen? Chris.
I just wanted you to be the first to know, darling. Oh, yes, it's official. I'd have my partner confirm it, only he's out at the moment. See you in court, Mr. Ashton.
Chris, wait a minute. Chris!
Yes, sir?
Get me the residence of William Crane. I'll speak to Mrs. Crane.
Right away. Here, drink this and life won't seem so grim.
I'm serious, Marcia.
I'll say you are. Okay, tell me all about it.
Marcia, you're the only one who can help Bill. Give him another chance. He'll stay sober and tend to business. I'm sure of it. He's got a lot of pride, and this drinking business isn't like him at all.
All right, Sir Galahad. Now let's have the real reason.
That's it. He's throwing away the success it's taken him so long a time to get. And I don't think you want it on your conscience.
You lawyers are all alike. Never use a direct, straightforward approach when you can circle the subject and grab it by the hind legs.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But I know what you're talking about. Chris is going to work with Bill, right?
Right?
Now, when Bill's clicking, he has no more need of Chris or any other lawyer than the man in the moon.
So?
So you and I must band together to put Bill back on his feet. And Chris will run back to you. Think I'd make a good detective?
Well, I was going to sum it all up like that.
Yeah.
You just didn't give me time. But there's another angle, too. Chris is very easy to fall in love with. And Bill is very attractive.
Right.
She worked in my office and I fell in love with her. And now he's living up there and she's up there. And anything can happen.
Maybe you've got something there.
How long since you've looked in this appointment book?
Oh, a couple of weeks, more or less.
You have a civil suit, Shannon versus Jones Mortgage Company, set for trial day after tomorrow. Guess I'll just have to get a continuance on it until I can study the case. Oh, I wish I could have seen Les's face when I pulled that Crane and Allen line on him.
I wish I could have seen my face when you pulled it on me.
Care?
No, what have I got to lose? And by the same token, what have you got to win?
You'd be surprised.
Hi, Les.
I was looking for the law firm of Crane and Allen. But I guess I took a wrong turn someplace and got into the living room. Home sweet home. How cozy.
Did you ever hear of waiting in the anteroom of a private office?
Professional liberty, my dear Allen. How are you feeling, Bill?
Rugged.
What did you come up here for?
To wish you success in your new venture. Isn't that customary?
Customary. But I'll bet you're up to something.
No, really. Oh, yes, one other thing. I want you to have dinner with me.
Well,
Go ahead, Chris, please. After all, you seem to think you have something to celebrate in being my partner.
Wait a minute. I don't trust him.
Honey, you don't trust me.
No. You're either going to try to talk me into something or out of something.
You're wrong. Besides, I won't have a chance. This is going to be a foursome. Bill and Marcia.
Marcia? Oh, no soap. I'm afraid you're a little behind in the Crane family's private life.
I'm a little ahead of it, you mean?
Have you seen her lately?
Ran into her just a little while ago, and it was her idea that we all have dinner together.
I hope you're not kidding.
I wouldn't kid about a thing like that, Bill. I had a long talk with her, and I think, well, if you'd even meet her halfway, lay off the liquor a little.
Halfway? Well, if it makes any difference to her, I'll meet her all the way. I won't touch another drop of anything but straight ginger ale from now on.
Well, anyway, the law firm of Crane and Allen accepts your dinner invitation with pleasure.
Swell. See you later. Les, what time for dinner?
8 o'clock. We'll meet you at Marcia's.
Right. What are you doing here?
Hello, Bill. I might ask you the same thing.
Yes, except this happens to be my apartment, and you seem to be making yourself very much at home in it.
Oh, Marcia went out for a while, and she told me to fix myself a drink before I left. Have one?
No, thanks. Well, maybe a straight ginger ale.
Oh, good.
Sorry if I sounded like the jealous husband.
It's all right, Bill. As a matter of fact, you're sober, aren't you?
Of course I'm sober. Why?
Well, I can talk to you when you're sober.
What do you want to talk about?
Marcia.
Why should I talk to you about my wife?
Your wife? Do you think you've been acting like a husband lately? After all, you gave up that job.
I don't see that that's any concern of yours.
Don't you? Bill, Marcia and I are in love with each other.
You mean you're in love with her?
No, I mean with each other. You could simplify matters by giving her her freedom.
If she's so anxious for it, why doesn't she ask me herself?
She's waiting for you to get back on your feet. I got tired of waiting.
I don't believe it. She'll have to tell me.
I could give you proof, Bill, but I don't like the idea. It certainly makes a heavy out of me.
Let's have it. Better beat it.
All right, Bill.
Maybe they're not answering the door.
Blame them.
All right, Mr. Cupid, what now?
Somebody must be home. Let's go in.
Marcia?
Maybe they've already gone on that second honeymoon.
Oh, they certainly would have left us a note. Maybe they're in the studio. I'll look in there.
She's dead. Shot.
But who? Who? Why?
I don't know. I'll have to call the police and the coroner.